Hi guys, my name's Bex and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing to you my May book haul. It is that time again, guys. It is book haul time, and today I've got 11 books to show you guys. May was a little bit of a big book haul month. So basically I had a little bit of extra cash and I splurged a little bit. I'm gonna blame it on the Book Expo FOMO. So I made myself feel better with books. And also there were some amazing deals on. So today I'm going to be showing you one book that I got in a book box and all the rest I bought myself. So without further ado, let's just jump in, and first of all, starting with the book that I got in a book box. So in the May Owl Crate, I received We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, and this book follows Zafira and Nazia, and two of them are very, very different. We have Zafira, who is the hunter, and she poses as a man to be able to hunt and to feed her people, but nobody can know that she is a female or all her achievements are taken from her. And then there is Nazir, who is the Sultan's son, and he is called the Prince of Death, and he assassinates anybody who defies his father's rule. But if Nazir shows compassion, he will be punished accordingly, which is pretty brutal. Now with the oncoming war, these two are kind of sent out on different missions, both to find an artifact, and somehow their paths cross. I have heard nothing but good things about this one. It's got magic, it's got mystery, and I'm excited to dive in to see where this adventure can take us. Moving on to the books that I purchased myself, starting with a group of books that all go together. Now as you guys know, last year I read the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan, and this year I thought, why don't I start on a new one of his series? So, I ended up purchasing the Heroes of Olympus series. So that consists of The Lost Hero, Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus. So I don't know too much about this series other than it follows on from the Percy Jackson series. Now I wonder if at the end of the books you hear about another prophecy, and I'm wondering if it follows that one. It follows a guy named Jason who suddenly gets amnesia and cannot remember why he is on the bus. He doesn't remember his girlfriend Pippa, he doesn't remember his friend Leo, but they are all students of the Wilderness School, which is basically a school for like bad kids. But a freak storm hits in the middle of their school trip, and those three are swept up and taken to Camp Half-Blood, where they learn that they are all related to a god. So really excited to dive into this one. Obviously I don't know too much going in, and I don't really want to. I really love the Percy Jackson series and I kind of want to go into this one blind. So I'll be diving into these this year, and hopefully I can finish one a month like I was doing with the Percy Jackson series. So next up we have the graphic novels that I purchased this month, and I purchased The Woods Volume 2 and The Woods Volume 3 by James Tiernan IV. And this is a follow on from the first one that I purchased a few months ago and absolutely adored. It basically follows a school in the middle of Milwaukee which is kind of just picked up and placed in a different universe in a primordial wilderness, and they've kind of got to work out like, why are they there? What did they do to get there? How do they get home? Things like that. But I absolutely adored the first graphic novel. I think the artwork is really, really interesting, and there are monsters and dragons and things like that, and there's some creepy science shit going on in the background. Now I can't tell you what it is because I don't know, but really excited about this new sci-fi and excited to dive into the next two. I actually read volume 2 in May, so I will leave my wrap-up linked up above so you can go check it out and see what I thought. Moving on, the next book I would like to talk about is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is Taylor Jenkins Reid's new novel and I am excited about it. I've already read it and it's also in my May wrap-up if you want to go check it out, but basically it follows Daisy Jones and the Six, who were a massive band in the 1970s. But on July 12th, 1979, the band broke up and nobody knows why, and this is their story. So basically an author of some sort goes in and kind of takes bits of their story and puts it into this one and kind of hashes out but what happened leading up to Daisy Jones and the Six and what happened leading up to the breakup of the band, and I adored this. But I'm not going to tell you any more about it because this is a book haul, not a wrap-up. What I will say is that you should read it. The audiobook has a full cast as well, but I think the physical book also is really, really interesting because it's literally told in script. So like you can see Rod and that all speaking down the side there. Really, really excited to have this one on my shelf, and it's just a beautiful cover as well. Alright guys, the next book I want to talk to you about is, again, But Better by Christine Riccio, which is, of course, Pollen Bananas Books here on YouTube. So, of course, I was going to get Again But Better. I'm always up for supporting fellow booktubers. I actually have this one on ebook as well. I started reading it at the hairdressers the other day and enjoying it so far. I'm about 40 pages in, but it's a contemporary comedy, I guess, following a girl named Shane who is kind of wanting a redo of college. Basically, since being in college, Shane has made zero friends, and when she goes on a trip overseas to study abroad, she decides that she is going to do things a little bit differently. So that's kind of all I want to tell you guys going into this one. That's all I want to know going into it as well. I think it's an interesting concept. I love the idea of someone doing their whole college life wrong and trying again. That sounds really, really cool. And I'm sure there are boys and adventures and maybe there's some European adventure. I don't know. I'm excited, and I absolutely adore that Christine has finished her book, and I can't wait to dive into it because I have seen snippets of her telling us about it on BookTube, so yeah. I'm excited to be holding the finished copy in my hand. And the last book I have to talk to you guys about today is the final purchase of the month, which is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. And I just adore the side of this one. I got this one on recommendation from my friend Erina, who is the YouTube life as Erina. I'll leave her link down below. And this is another Beauty and the Beast retelling. Erina convinced me that I might need this one in my life as well, so I definitely had to pick it up immediately. I definitely trust Erina's recommendation. She has never led me astray before. And because I don't know much about it other than being a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I'm gonna read right off the bat because that's just the mess you come here to see. Prince Ren, the heir to the Emberfall, is cursed. Forced to repeat the autumn of his 18th year over and over, he can only be freed if a girl truly falls in love with him. And after so many failures, his kingdom and its people are barely holding on. Harper's life has never been easy, but she's learned to be tough enough to survive the streets of Washington, D.C. When she is sucked into Ren's world, nothing is as it seems. Powerful forces are standing against Emberfall, and it will take more than a broken curse to save it from utter ruin. Alright. Call me intrigued. Hopefully I like this one. I think it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to learn about this new world and hopefully see what happens in this story. But that is it from me today, guys. That is my May book haul, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, like, see more, and have not already, and chat to me down in the comments. Let me know what books you bought in the month of May, and let me know if you've read any of the books that I purchased, and if you liked any specifically, let me know. I would love to hear. But that is it from me today, guys. I make videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll see you in a new one. Bye!